So the amount of sleep should be 7 to 9 hours. If you're sleeping 5 and less hours, um, you're not going to be getting as much healing time in. Your body's going to be favoring more leptin resistance, less fat burning. Tools to improve your sleep. And one of the most important things you can do to improve your sleep is sleep longer. So most of us aren't sleeping long enough. So the amount of sleep is very important. So the amount of sleep should be 7 to 9 hours. If you're sleeping 5 and less hours, um, you're not going to be getting as much healing time in. Your body's going to be favoring more leptin resistance, less fat burning. The other thing that's important is before you go to sleep. So here's some easy things that you can start incorporating right away. Most of us are on our phones a lot. We're on laptops, we're on our computers, we're on tablets. All of these electronic devices give off blue light. Blue light is the light that tells your brain that it's the middle of the day. So kind of think about like the blue sky. So when the sky's blue, it's during the day, and it triggers your brain to say, wake up, time to release these different chemicals that'll make you feel alive and creative. And so when you're on your phones later in the evening, when you're watching TV, when you're on a computer, when you're on a tablet, when you're checking Facebook, there's this blue light that's going into your eyes, and it's telling your brain and your body it's daytime, it's the middle of the day, it's time for energy, it's time to stay awake. So one of the most powerful things you can do to start sleeping better is to not be on your phone 2-3 hours before bedtime, not be watching TV, not be on a tablet, not be on a computer. If you are on those things, there is a software. I know I have it on my phone. It's some type of blue light blocker software. I have it on my computer. So you can actually set it up on your phone. I think most phones have it as an automatic setting. If you go into settings, and it basically will, at a certain time of the day, usually around sunset, and you're looking at your phone, it'll automatically switch over and it'll block the blue light so that you can still be on your phone and you're not going to trigger that awake daylight response that the blue light triggers. However, I do use those, and I have that on my computer as well. So just look up blue light blocking softwares. They're on phones, they're on tablets, they're on computers. However, in my opinion, it's not just the blue light that creates problems. When you have these electronic devices and you've got, Wi-Fi near your body, your Wi-Fi is on in the house, these things close to you are emitting electromagnetic radiation, which interferes with your sleep, interferes with your circadian rhythms, interferes with the body's ability to get ready for sleep. So even if you have the blue light blockers, I would highly recommend, try not to get on this phone. Try to pick a time, you don't get me started on the phone. I mean, that's a whole nother subject. I think we're just on these way too often. I don't think it's healthy to be staring at a screen. I don't think it's healthy for our children to be staring at a screen. So in relationship to sleep, not being on electronic devices 2-3 hours before you go to sleep, like after sunset, you really shouldn't have this artificial light coming into your body because it turns off melatonin, which is one of the main hormones that we want at high levels to tell our body melatonin's high. It's time to get ready. I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm feeling relaxed. Time to go to sleep. So that would be my number one tip. So tip number one is reduce electronic usage 2-3 hours before you go to sleep. If you are going to use electronic devices, have the blue light blocker. They actually even have glasses. They're blue light blocker glasses. And I think they're like orangish or reddish. So it blocks out the blue so that you're not going to trigger that response that's going to decrease the melatonin, which is a powerful neurotransmitter in the brain that helps you feel sleepy. So turn off electronic devices. And then in the midst of that, part of that recommendation as far as turning off electronic devices, do not have your phone plugged in next to your bed. I don't care, even if it's off or if it's on airplane mode. If you have your phone and it's next to you, it's emitting electromagnetic radiation. It interferes with your energy system. Our bodies are energetic in nature, and having a phone next to you is going to interfere with your sleep. That being said, having an alarm clock, anything plugged in close to your head is going to interfere with your sleep.